Good morning everybody, it's Kylie here from Hello Crafter. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was obviously faffing around as usual, but I realised a bit too late that I was due on. So we will get started with me 10 minutes session. I love doing these little sessions of crafting because they just don't take much time, and then hopefully I get to share some ideas with you that are useful to you for card layouts or ideas that you can do that don't take very long in terms of making up your cards. So I always just start with my card bases. I'll do two at once when I do these. So that's my A4 sheet of card going into my trimmer, and I'm going to score it first. So it saves you a bit of time if you score once the whole sheet and then cut once. Just saves you doing that extra step. So I've just very quickly create two card bases there, and I need some white matte layers, so I'll do that now. 14.3 by 10. So they're my simple matte layers. Do two of those. And this stamp set actually is a really good one for creating simple cards with. And because you've got all the sentiments there, and you've just got some lovely simple images that you can use on your cards. So, and also there is dies with it. There are dies that coordinate, but it's one of those stamp sets where you don't need the dies to create lovely cards with. Some stamp sets really work best with dies. I mean, none of them you need to use dies with, but this one is one you can just do on your own, on its own. So I'm taking this blossom image and I'm going to just stamp all over a repeating pattern, just rotating it each time. And it's the way it's designed, it kind of makes it easy to do that because of the shape of it. So I can get quite close in with my pattern, so not leaving too many white gaps. So you just keep sort of twisting the stamp round and fill in as you go. And then you can kind of fill in some of these white spaces at the edge as well. And then once you've done this, you've created a lovely pattern on your paper with the stamps, which is pretty fun. And you can colour that in if you want to. I'm not going to on this one because that would just take a little bit too long, although it'd be so much fun to colour that in now. But what I will do is take the 1 3/4 inch circle punch, which is currently out of stock again because it came back in to the online store recently, but it's just gone out of stock. Hopefully it'll come back if you haven't already got it, because this is my old one that I've had for years. So I'm just going to do 3 circles out of there and put those to one side for a minute. So I'm going to layer that onto the other white mat. It's the same size, but I'm going to stamp through these holes. So I'm just lining them up. I'm going to take the thanks stamp, which I worked out this morning. It just about fits. So I'm going to take my Bermuda Bay ink and just carefully stamp that on the background, and then clean that off. Then take my Daffodil Delight, stamp that, and lastly Polished Pink. Polished Pink is retiring soon, we think, we hope. We don't hope. No, it is. It's one of the 2021-2023 in colours. Therefore, it's lifespans are only meant to be 2 years. So this one could be completely vanishing, although with the colour refresh that's happening, we may see it return. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, because I love it. I love Polish Pink. Polish Pink and Fresh Freesia are my two favourites of that set of in colours. I don't know what yours are, but I would love to see them returning. But if they don't, then obviously I'll find a new favourite. It'll be fine. We will find out in just a couple of weeks about the colours, which is always exciting times. Sticking that on with dimensionals, and then that can go on to one of my card bases. And then I've got my little circles to deal with. Oh, hi Lizzie, just spotted you there. How's your Tuesday morning going so far? I was having dreams that I'd filled my day with appointments, like chock-a-block full, and so I woke up panicking, and then I realised that I hadn't got any appointments today. Well, I don't think I have anyway. It's happened a few times recently where I've just forgotten stuff, and even though I've got a diary, it just happens sometimes. So I'm in that kind of slight anxiety state at the minute where I feel like I'm forgetting things. But hopefully today's going to go really smoothly. I'm going to colour these. I probably haven't got a lot of time to do this, but the thing is with blends, I think you can get away with being quite scruffy. That's what I'm saying. That's what I believe. I'm sticking with it. You can just pretend that it's part of the design. Because you know how on printed cards, you sometimes get that effect where the colour's not actually fully in the lines. I'm sure you must know what I mean. And it still looks good because it's supposed to be like that. Well, that's the theory I'm working on anyway. So I've gone in with the light and then just a little bit of the dark. So let's just quickly colour these in. Start going silent when I'm colouring because I just get into the flow of it. It's really nice. I'm just adding that little bit of darker colour. Just makes it just adds to the depth a little bit. Does make a difference. Speeding up now. So I realised when I did a video last week that the sound of the planes you can hear really loudly actually on some of my videos. There's one just going by now, but I get used to it. I've just got completely used to it. I live quite close to Leeds Bradford Airport, and the planes come really close over, and like I say, I don't really notice it much anymore. So I'm going to attach these with dimensionals, put that one about in the middle there. These two either side. I'm just going to overlap them a little bit. Like that. And then just a simple sentiment in black. Chosen this little happy birthday. I'm trying not to smudge it. So I've managed to do that, those two cards in the time, even with that colouring there. So what do you think? Nice and simple. So I do like the idea of colouring this whole background, so I might give that a go if I've got time later. And it's just quite nice simple two layouts that you can do, because obviously it's like a 2-in-1 thing. You can just punch out whatever. If this was designer series paper, that would work well as well, even quicker. So 3 punches with your circle punch and then the pattern on there. So yeah, quite like that. Only came up with that idea on waking, so I'm quite impressed that worked. Anyway, so this week we are focusing on Sentimental Park. This is going to feature in my card class on Friday morning, 10 o'clock. So you can watch away, and then you have the opportunity to get the class kit for free with a purchase in my online store over the weekend. So it's going to be good. I'm going to be using a few of these papers. So lovely papers, so they'll be in your kit as well. And lastly, don't forget about my coffee and card if you're local and you can pop in for a cup of tea and make a card. Yeah, we happen to be using this on Thursday as well, but you'll create a couple of lovely simple cards and have a nice coffee or tea. I'll be drinking tea because I don't drink coffee. They do lovely hot chocolates as well, but you'll get a drink of your choice, materials to make 2 cards, and just some nice chat, nice and relaxing crafty session Thursday morning in Guiseley. So I shall look forward to seeing you there, hopefully, or some people. I'll be doing that once a month as well. So I'll be back on Facebook and YouTube on Friday morning. And until then, have a really good week and thank you for watching. Bye everyone.